How many games have I done now? 188 of rapid I've done. Okay, 14-14, good luck. Opponent 113 games, so not that many less than me. So I'll play traditional reti. E3 is a bit more fashionable these days, just a challenge. White pushing forward. Sorry, black pushing forward. So knight up. There, sorry, queen up and bishop up are the two main moves. So take. Take back the pawn, and then G3 is generally the next move. You gotta be a little bit careful that you don't allow dangerous attacks coming in. You're just gonna pay a bit of attention. Okay, so we're going G3. You can force an endgame, but my opponent played quickly there. So now we've covered this square, and oops, my markings are bad. We're threatening to take and bring a pawn across, so that is an option. So we can take and bring a pawn over. So, I'm going to do that. It's a little bit risky giving up my light squared bishop, but my opponent has already done it, so we've got a nice target. I'm going to release this bishop somewhere, but not go too far. Let's play knight up. Obviously, potential target here. So we could play rook across. We can maybe play knight up. So I think knight up, we hit the bishop and we guard the pawn. But we're really just trying to target these two pawns, get developed. So comes in. Okay. I'm going to develop my bishop. Although I might have just blundered actually there. Silly me, I just moved too quickly and... Just move too quickly, you might as well just take a free pawn. It does mean I get rid of the bishop and then I can maybe double these up. I should be fine, but... Ooh, I've really messed this up. Just one simple move. Opponent didn't see it or didn't play it. So rook across, knight down, pawn up. Feels fine to me. I'm going to go here. I could have maybe given up an exchange pushing, but that seems a bit much. Okay, now I'm going to drop back. We're trying to, like I say, just get developed and target the pawns, but very sloppy moving my bishop out there. Not paying attention. Okay, I'm going to drive the bishop back and potentially push the pawn forward to try and activate the rook. Target this pawn. Okay. I'm going to play a rook across just to put some longer term pressure on. Idea maybe d4, maybe knight across. Knight across creates a double threat, hitting the pawn and the bishop. Okay, goes back. So I think it's still a move. Pawn down. Maybe I do this. Oh, maybe I've got knight across here, actually hit the rook and pawn. That's simpler, isn't it? Yeah, I'm really not paying attention at all this game, am I? Not calculating well at all, not seeing anything, but we do collect that pawn now. We hit the bishop. We can eventually solidify this side. If knight in, we plenty covering it, we can trade off. Okay, bishop comes across. Just got to be careful that I don't get my knight trapped here. So I think I move like pawn up just so I've got the option to drop down. But don't want to give up a pawn. So d4. We might end up going here. We might end up getting pawns doubled up, but it is what it is. I want to try and keep this extra pawn if I can. Yeah, I'm really not focused at all in this game. I don't know why. Like a simple move like bishop up might be a move to target this pawn. So if we go here, where does this rook go? If you come forward, I can't even take, can I? here is what I'm looking at. I'm going to do it just so we take the pressure off this pawn. And try and maybe double the rooks up or something. Oh, he's traded the knight. Okay, that wins a pawn as well. It gets rid of my knight. That was a little bit of a problem. So we're just 2 pawns up now, so we should be much better now. But yeah, it feels like I played a bit of a sloppy game here. Okay, rook comes forward, logical. I could potentially go here hitting the pawn, but the idea is really to double the rooks up and put pressure on this square. So I'm going to do that, but it's really more of a distraction move to try and go here. Then you might get really bogged down playing a move like king across. And there should be some way to work against that. Maybe just gradually bring my king up. Depends what my opponent does. It's not easy to guard this pawn. So I'm going to do that now. Pressure the bishop. You might have to do this, otherwise the rook's crashing through. No. We have bishop here. If the rook goes here, we drop back. So I think bishop here looks good. And if you come here, I can grab the pawn. I think that looks good to me, so I'm going to do it. So here I can take a pawn safely, I think. Here I can come back and then I'm going to crash through. Right, the rook's gone back. I guess we just collect the pawn, so we're 3 pawns up. Rook across. I could maybe just play rook over, or I can trade here. And maybe pawn up. He's offering a trade that way. How do we do this? I mean, trading must be good, mustn't it? I'm just going to take. Maybe move like king up. I just have to make sure I don't allow some sort of nonsense with a pin and lose a piece. Oh, that's actually another pawn potentially. Rook across might be an idea to hit the bishop, but my rook's not in danger in one move. So I could even go here. I'm kind of covered, aren't I? So I'm going to take another pawn. If rook across, I think pawn up. So we're now, what, 4 pawns up? Okay, he's done it. So I'm just going to solidify. We could potentially even give up the rook for the bishop there, and everything should be winning. We should have too many pawns now. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the open file and try and stop black infiltrating. Maybe pawn up just to solidify this structure. Okay, let's go here. Pawn down, a little bit of a nuisance, but obviously can be challenged. Oh, that's another pawn. Oops, I nearly did a mouse slip there. So now we're 5 pawns up. Not easy for black though, of course. So bishops come along. So I guess we want to check and try and come out. If we check, bishop blocks. There might be a move like pawn up. Maybe not, maybe not. But my rook's got plenty of scope to escape. Shouldn't be getting trapped. But if I do a move like h4, a little bit risky. King across, pawn takes, so is a move, I think. I think h4 is a move. So I'm threatening to take a pawn. If the bishop moves, then the rook gets out. Okay, he does actually take. What do I want to do? Yeah, I'm just going to take back. Doesn't matter if I give one of the pawns back. As long as I don't get my rook actually trapped, which I might just have done actually. I really wasn't paying attention. That's what I mean. I've not paid attention this whole game. Here, down, check, take, take, take. Yeah, I'm just going to take. I've played this really slack, like really, really slack. I should still be fine, but they're never over till they're actually over. Something like this could be good, but let's go forward. Talk about playing sloppy chess, though. Played really, really, really sloppy here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of black's last pawn. Should remove risk. Oh, it's just taken there. Okay. I'm going to bring the bishop across and make sure it's all solid. But talk about playing really sloppy chess. When you don't concentrate on chess, it gets really, really tough. You can just tell some games you're just not focused. I don't know why. Right, let's march forward now. Threatening to simply just run a pawn right the way through. Okay. I think we just stick to that, just push forward. We've got this pawn we can potentially run as well. Obviously just bring the king up. Everything should still be winning, barring calamitous blunders, but they do happen. Okay, I'm going to just cause a distraction now by using this pawn as well. But 4 pawns and a bishop, it's too much for a rook to stop, or it should be. Obviously, I've got to make sure I don't blunder a silly stalemate, of course. Guess we just push this one forward. Now, I've just got to make sure that king's got a move, so there's no some sort of trick giving up the rook. But right now, the king has got multiple moves. Rook back, I think I can check, but I'll have to calculate. King across, check, rook takes, bishop takes, king up, and that's winning. So check is my next likely move then. Yeah, that's what he's done. So I think I go here. The king can't go to any of these squares because of the bishop, so you have to go there. Then I can simply even just check there. Yeah, it's just all winning. I could do this and get the rook off, but bishop check here is simpler, I would think. So let's just check and get a queen. You know, we're going to collect the rook. Just trying to pay attention to make sure black's got a move. Okay, we get a win.